right? Like, why is The Rock the vision we have of "You're welcome"? Like, why is he when you say "You're welcome"? Like, we envision him. Like, what gives him the authority with his bald head? Although actually, he magically grew some hair, right? But
Yeah,
oh, that is the meaning of "You're welcome." That is the clip we go to. Like,
it is.
no, you're not a singer. We don't know you as a singer and like superhero of Tafiki or whatever.
Somebody got kids. You got all these details.
I might just be really into Disney. Okay, let it go.
I know
Nicole.
plenty. I know plenty. I'm gonna change that subject though.
That's a different topic. Yeah, the whole pod.
He did a good job. Yeah, he's a classically trained actor. He was just waiting for his break. You know, those were the 70s and the 80s when he was coming up. It was a different.
Is there anything better than a trip getting ready?
Nope.
For a long journey where our podcast released a new epi, searching for a fade fiending, new fixation. Giving this a subscribe is the same sensation. Started with the day ones, they gave us fuel to support the season. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here for a reason. Notification bells, text some friends, all to let you know. Check your Bluetooth, connect, talk your wisdom out.
Welcome in, everyone. This episode, World Cup with that drink in it. I'm telling you, the world is consumed by World Cup. Polly Pockets, who you rooting for?
Ooh, I have a couple teams I'm going for. Is that fair? Is that allowed?
Yeah, that's cool. And I am a fan of when your team is out, go to another team. If you love the game, that it's all right. I have no problems with it. So who are your few teams?
So we got Portugal, we got Norway, we got France.
Oh,
so let's go.
Yeah, no, that's good. Norway right now, I think at this point everyone is on that Norway bandwagon. But I will say this: I was on Norway before World Cup even started.
I was too.
Okay. We go with that.
Bandwagoning because they did a commercial with Channing Tatum or anything.
Yeah. Oh no, I knew someone that traveled over there and brought me back a couple gifts. But I did like the commercial with Channing Tatum, and yeah, they do kind of look alike. It was well done. It was well done. I want to start here with this phrase. And to my children, I leave my collection of grocery bags that I store inside of a grocery bag. Polly, if you died tomorrow and your kids inherited your bag of grocery bags, what deep life lesson do you think they'd claim you were trying to teach them? Minimalism, preparedness, or just that you really love a good plastic crinkle?
Well, you never know when it's going to come in handy. and we also have the plastic bags, but the reusable bags too, because some states and counties are picky like that.
Yes.
So you gotta be prepared for both.
The Hollywood sign was nearly lost in the late 1970s until donors, including Alice Cooper, Gene Autry, and Andy Williams, each funded a letter's restoration, just one letter out of the Hollywood. Their contributions rebuilt the iconic landmark that still stands today. What does this story reveal to you about how cultural symbols survive and evolve over time?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just need the right people to care. It's extremely easy to let something go. Like back then, they probably didn't think anything of the sign. But now, as you said, it's iconic, right? If you think Hollywood, you're thinking the sign, the stars, right, on that Walk of Fame, and probably celebrities, because we just assumed that everybody lives in actual Hollywood. So, yeah, kudos on them, whether they knew it was going to be a lasting effect or just their way to be like, yeah, let's save my home, my movie, my home, which is known for my movies,
Yeah. A Rolls Royce isn't something you just buy. It's something that gets hand built over months, piece by piece, like a rolling piece of art. Every stitch, every paint layer, every detail is crafted slowly on purpose, like I'm reading this, which is why you can't just walk in and drive one out the same day. I don't know if you knew that.
I'm not in that tax bracket.
Okay. You know, maybe I'll let you ride mine. What part of the Rolls Royce build process do you think shows the most craftsmanship of what I just said?
Probably the interior finishes, the finishes, because I'm sure for some people, like the engine is like, oh wow, the engine was built, but it's probably those fine details that you can actually see that set it apart from a cookie cutter Rolls Royce.
Yeah. I went with the leather work as you. Hundreds of hand cut pieces stitched for over 2 weeks. That's not upholstery. That's dedication.
Yeah.
And then the paint process, I was telling you about the layers, 22 stages, 45 kilos of paint, and a finish so deep it looks like you could fall into it. And lastly, the Starlight headliner that a lot of people have copied since Rolls-Royce started that. But someone literally sits there threading the night sky into your roof, one star at a time. That's luxury with patience. But I'm glad that you and I, we're in agreement.
I hope they get paid a lot for those fine details. I mean, I guess it's like building a house and you really want like marble countertops here and granite here, and it has to be tile imported from Spain. We just don't think of Rolls Royce as something that you can like rebuild over time. Nobody, whereas houses, like, oh, you can rebuild, you can upgrade things and renovate it. But with the car, I don't think they're doing that to Rolls Royces necessarily. But I think that's what I think of, like a high end house that you're building where you really care about the details of how the edges of your mirror and like the guest bathroom look.
We're going to talk a little NBA draft.
Okay, let's go.
Isaiah Evans arrived at draft night in millions of dollars worth of jewelry, but had to wait until the second round before hearing his name called. At number 33 by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let me just remind you, they go through all the teams the first night. Yeah. And then you go home and the next night we do it. His journey is a reminder that success isn't always instant. It's about how you respond when expectations don't match reality. Does draft night disappointment fuel a player's career more than being a first round pick, and why?
Honestly, I think it goes back to that player's attitude, because clearly he thought he was going to be round one, right? So how fancy was his outfit for night two?
The fit was tight. The brooch was $5 million.
So he came out wearing the same amount of money both nights, or a second night he was a little bit cheaper.
That's a good point, because I didn't plan for the second day. I was told So
you're coming out with stuff that's worth $33 million and you're not even drafted yet. So that could also be like a warning to teams, like, oh, this is a high maintenance person who is just after the money, not the love of the game, right? So I think it's, unless that he's coming off with an NIL deal that already was giving him. But I say you have to be humble until you're like, just because it's the draft, until you're drafted, stay humble. Even when you're drafted, you got to make it past that rookie contract.
Yes.
And prove yourself, because, okay, cool. You drafted how many, any sport, right? We have like, oh, round one draft pick. He was a rookie, great rookie career. And then did something stupid, was an asshole to his teammates, broke something, right? And then goes downhill. So I think you proved yourself throughout high school, throughout college, but then it's another level. Like, to get into the NBA is one thing, but then to stay in the NBA is a different level. And I think all those people who come out with, oh, look at me, I made it, like, not yet, because you could walk away in the second round draft pick and then be traded, or you could maybe not even be drafted. And because those things, there's always something that shocks us, right? Like, whoa, look, he wasn't drafted, or whoa, they drafted him, or oh, why do they need a forward? So stay humble.
For the brands, I think it was still smart. Put your gear on these guys, because that camera comes to them all night. And if y'all are praying for his downfall, that he lasts to the second round, to your point, you can get a second day out of that jewelry, even though I'm sure they wanted that jewelry as soon as he walked out of that venue. And maybe they worked out something to bring him the jewelry the second night. But yeah, no, I like it. And yes, you were supposed to survive until that second contract. The second contract, that is the big dog. So,
and I think the brand, they can still advertise and wear and dress the guy, but in something that is screams more like, oh, he's like a people person, or he's for the masses. He's for the actual game, and not for, which we all know people at the end of the day are just all about the money and the moves. And that's why,
yes,
hey, if I got another contract, see you later.
Yeah. When's the last time you went to the bank?
The bank? Why would anyone go to the bank right now?
No, I know. I'm trying to think the last time I went to the bank. I have gone recently, but that was once out of like a year. Once a year. In the last year, I might have. Yeah, I think I only went that one time.
Look, it took me a while to finally stop writing checks. And the other day, someone said, "Bring a check." I stopped ordering checkbooks a couple of years ago, and now you want me to bring a check? And another place said, "Oh, let's wire transfer." Like, oh, we don't trust wire transfers. Like, oh, what do you mean you don't trust wire transfers? So cash or nothing? What?
Crazy.
Where are we?
Yeah.
But, no, I haven't. So it's been a while.
JP Morgan Chase.
Okay.
Fired Angie Baez after a viral parade video showed her dumping a public trash can onto a Manhattan sidewalk and taking the bin onto the subway, prompting swift internal review and termination. The clip, which drew millions of views, she went viral, ended the tenure of a senior community engagement executive whose past roles included DEI leadership at The Infatuation. How should companies balance employee accountability for public behavior with privacy expectations in the age of viral videos?
Oh, they were just waiting for an excuse to fire her.
I knew it. I could tell before I even got to the question. I knew when I said what her position was. I knew you was like, yeah, let's get that politics popping, because
they were just looking for something within their contract. They didn't have something because the position has created it. We can rename it, but that's because honestly, realistically, if it was a local regional manager who did this, nobody cares. If it was a bank teller, nobody cares. But because she has a position that either no longer maybe still exists, but they don't want it to exist, depending who's in their pockets, right? So that was just an excuse for them. But I'm assuming she's a grown-ass adult who should have known better, working at Chase and having probably not just being lower level, high level.
No. Hold on, Polly. I know you out there on the West Coast. Let me take you back to the East Coast, girl. It's been a 53-year drought since the New York Knicks won that championship. And that trash bin that you are judging, looking down your nose at that lady for, it was painted blue and orange. So yeah, she had to have it, and she took it home with her on the subway.
But if she's in New York, does she even have a home big enough for the? Like, it was just gonna end up in the subway. It probably doesn't even fit in the subway. So what I'm saying was, she could have ordered a replica of it. Had someone? She probably has enough money to do that. So,
Polly, you get caught up in the masses.
Well, she got caught up in the firings.
Terminated. How you get fired on your day off, Polly?
Where there's a will, that will termination.
Yo, you ever met somebody named Gertrude?
I mean, maybe met Gertrude and kept walking.
All right. Hey, we're going to go. Polly, next time I'm around you, let me get that phone. I'm going through that Rolodex. I guarantee you got a Gertrude. You didn't instantly.
Lost me at Rolodex.
Okay. All right. Well, it's look, that digital will get you in trouble. Let me tell you from some straight pimping.
Rolodex doesn't.
Ain't no girls looking for Rolodexes and little black books nowadays, right?
Little black books behind you. If I zoom in real tight, I'll get you in trouble.
Hey. Don't be. I don't want people to. That might be where I hide it from my girl. Hey, hold on.
Change the topic. Were you rooting for Germany?
Yes, I was.
I see the shirt.
Oh, you saw? Hey, Deutschland. Yeah.
I hear when lose, they go on sale. Their merchandise.
A word? Hold on. See, you trying to distract me. I gotta finish this episode. I'm gonna go check that out later.
All right.
Hey, baby. Yeah, we gonna come up after this. Yeah. Nah, we ain't gotta pay that this month. We'll use that on some Germany. I gotta get back to this. See, you don't got me all distracted. I talked to her about that. We ain't gonna pay a bill or something because of you. I'm gonna lose something. I'm gonna be a month late on the bill because of you.
Well, isn't Spectrum like you're waiting, or Spectrum or whatever internet provider? Aren't you waiting on them to front your internet anyway?
Anybody. I'll take anybody.
Yeah.
I'll take Verizon. I'll take prepaidism. Whoever you are, if I gotta get a prepaid home internet, but it's free, I'm taking it. Y'all get at me if y'all are a media internet distributor, hook me up. So Gertrude Ederle dove back into the English Channel in 1926, determined to finish what she'd been denied a year earlier, battling storms, cold, and 35 miles of punishing currents to become not just the first woman to cross it, but the fastest person to ever do so. Okay, girls.
Okay.
Though the swim cost her hearing and her fame eventually faded, she spent decades quietly teaching deaf children to swim, giving back long after the world stopped watching. What does Ederle's story reveal about how we measure greatness? By the moment of triumph or by what someone chooses to do after the spotlight moves on?
I mean, maybe she just had a good heart to begin with, regardless of whether she was in the spotlight or not. Or just don't go swimming in the English Channel until you lose your hearing. It sounds a little dangerous right there.
See, why you had to do that to her? Listen, she ain't trying to hear that.
She can't hear it.
You see what I did there? All right. Let's talk about some weather.
Ugh. The heat.
No. Well, just bear with me.
Okay.
The Hurricane Turn in Alaska is one of the last flag stop trains in America where people simply wave to make it stop anywhere along its remote route. Okay. Riders can also wave to get off, turning the train into a lifeline for hunters, fishermen, families, and anyone living far from roads or stations. How does a system built entirely on trust and human connection survive in a world that's becoming more automated and scheduled?
I don't know. Why don't they tell us?
They got little black books working for them up there in Alaska.
They probably actually still go
digitized. But that's crazy though, right? Here come the train and be like, yo, let me get this.
It's
while I got a gun on me.
It probably
I want to jump on your train, and then I'm gonna jump off later because I know there's good hunting down there, but there ain't no roads.
They all know each other. So they're just
then Polly, after the hunt. So let's say I go get a moose. I wasn't that successful, so I didn't get mooses. Get at me in the comments if you know what a pack of mooses is called. So I go get my moose, right?
Okay.
And then the train coming back. So I got my rucksack. I got some antlers because, you got to take the antlers with you. I field stripped it. I think that's what they call it. And I got all the meat in my backpack. And now I'm just going to jump back on the train and take it back to the crib.
Do you pay for these rides or are they free?
I don't know. I don't know. It sound free. I mean, what? Somebody going to work their way all the way back to you to collect a fare? I think they're doing a service, to be honest. Yo, if you out here in the remote regions of Alaska, you deserve a free ride. Especially if you're getting chased by, you might be getting stalked by a grizzly, a brown bear.
I guess it's better for them to pick you up than you to die out there. They got to pay royalties or something to the families.
Could you imagine if you fell asleep on the train and then missed your stop and now you were miles away? So you now either need to get off and wait for the next one that's coming back.
Just
crazy.
Just crazy. Right. It'll keep you warm. Is it year round?
Yeah. Fishermen and hunters. So during the fishing season, even though, you know, they do some ice fishing up there too. What you know about the Soviet Union? You take any classes or anything? You know one or two things more than the average bear? Oh, hey, let me show you something. Do you know something more than the average medved? That's how you say bear in Russian. See what I did there?
I know it is no longer a union.
Yeah, that's true. Well, look.
What you got for us about it?
Soviet bootleggers in the 1950s and 1960s secretly pressed banned Western music onto discarded hospital x-rays, creating fragile underground records known as ribs or jazz on bones. They cut the x-rays into circles, burned a center hole with a cigarette, and circulated forbidden tracks from artists like the Beatles, Elvis, and the Rolling Stones, despite state censorship. What does it say about a society when people are willing to risk punishment just to hear the music they love?
I mean, but don't all societies try to risk stuff for things that they enjoy?
Oh, there were times here in America, you know, Elvis shaking his hips was a little too much. And all them parents back in those days that thought rock and roll was like the devil music. And yeah, it happens. But we evolve.
Exactly. And, you know, if you enjoy something, you know, and it could also be the mindset like, well, I'm going to die of something. And if this is the reason I die, let me at least enjoy life. You know, that's a drastic statement. But again, like, people do things all the time. Like, how many people know drugs are illegal and are still doing it because it's their enjoyment, or driving fast when the speed limit is 50, right? And you're going 95, or riding a motorcycle without all your gear. And then you crash. You're like, you wanted the adrenaline, right? And you didn't care about the after effects. So it's the same thing. It's just when you want, that's why there's adrenaline. That's why people are reckless. It's crazy out there.
You ever lived in a place with a homeowners association?
Unfortunately.
Jeff Bezos reportedly built an oversized privacy fence at his it has a $1,000 a month fine, which is a trivial amount compared to the hundreds of dollars he earns every second. Yeah. Highlighting how extreme wealth can turn consequences into mere calculations. What happens to the idea of fairness when the wealthy can treat penalties as just another expense?
Listen, in that situation, the HOA is benefiting for all the people who don't pay their fines, right? If he's dropping 12 a year,
he's funding everything.
Right. So instead of them being in a negative balance for the neighbor who can't pay or refuses or can't pay the $50 fee for like the 5 weeds that's on their lawn because they didn't factor that into their monthly expense, or they just don't really care. Right. So if you have people with 5,000 outstanding fees, I mean, those fees add up. So your first violation is free, second violation is 50, third $250, and then we just go to like extremes, like monthly payments. But you can't necessarily, at some point you can try to kick somebody out, but other than that, like, okay, so it's a fee, what are you gonna do to me realistically? So yeah, he's just covering their expenses elsewhere. Otherwise, you know, they probably would have tried to sue him or do something more, but at this point, and the HOAs, I mean, they rate their bylaws, they have their rules until a certain amount of owners can vote people out. I mean, they're shooting themselves in the foot, right? Because some people are like, oh, I don't want to pay that fee, I don't want to be that person. But others like, I have this house, I'm good enough where I can afford to not worry about fees and do whatever. And realistically, besides my neighbors hating me, because some people don't want to talk to their neighbors. Some people don't care. Like, I am just driving into my driveway, into my house. I don't want to hang out with you. Right. But some neighbors are just like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Oh, you got this, you got that. You know, we all know those people. So, but yes, there are also a lot of wealthy people who think they can just literally pay their way out of things. And it is a moral concern because in this case, okay, well, you can think of it as a benefit to the HOA, but in other cases, like, well, that's not fair. He literally paid his way out of jail. So,
yes, he did.
yeah.
Speaking of jail, let's talk about marriage.
Right.
Should Kobe's wife or the crocodile hunter's wife remarry? Is it easily understood that they may want to keep their husband's legacy alive?
Who says they can't do that and remarry?
I'm trying to think of someone who does that, who still honors the memory. Doesn't that suck for your current relationship, your current boo, that I'm making a livelihood off of my ex, and I go everywhere to talk about my ex.
Well, isn't that the same way if you remarry someone and their child does well athletically and you're not the one who gave them the genes, and then that other person is still living off their the ex's livelihood because that ex made a child that is now famous and you are with the person, and all you can essentially every day you're reminded that that's not your child?
Yeah.
How is that different?
It's not.
Because then do those people have to be forever single and unmarried just to honor the other person's legacy? It's also not fair.
Yeah. Let me take you back. In 2006, a bank robbery in a wealthy Buenos Aires suburb turned into a televised hostage standoff as calm, theatrical robbers distracted police with pizza, jokes, and negotiations while secretly looting safety deposit boxes through a tunnel years in the making. By the time authorities stormed the bank, the crew had escaped through the sewer system, leaving behind unharmed hostages, toy guns, and one of the wildest heists in modern history. Do you see this as a criminal mastermind operation or proof that law enforcement can sometimes be outsmarted? And what part of this story shocks you the most?
Sounds like Money Heist.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, where we trick people. What was the question? I got distracted by the plot.
Do you see this as a criminal mastermind operation or proof that law enforcement can sometimes be outsmarted? And what part of the story shocks you the most?
Well, doesn't criminal mastermind imply that there is outsmarting being involved? So I don't know, because it could have been they also could have been unlucky and then they wouldn't have been criminal masterminds, and it just would have been like criminal minds because they did build this tunnel after all. But I guess at the end of the day, you can get distracted, right? Like, how many of us just start doing something, get distracted before you know it, like, oh, I didn't see that the goal get scored because I was looking at TikTok or whatever. Yeah, but we would have a different narrative had the police not been distracted and captured the so-called money heisters.
Since I took you back, I'm gonna go farther back.
Further, okay.
In the 1990s, authorities say a massive LSD operation run by a Harvard-educated researcher, William Pickard, and tech consultant Clyde Apperson supplied much of the US and Europe, producing millions of doses from a converted missile silo in Kansas. The operation collapsed in 2000 after a federal informant tipped off authorities, leading to a DEA sting, arrests, and Pickard briefly fleeing before capture. I'll continue. What fascinates people more in stories like this? The scale and secrecy of the operation or the personalities and intelligence behind it?
I think the personalities, and I think when it comes to like manufacturing drugs like that takes a kind of mind to, you're like, oh, it's mass produced. It's like, yeah, but at one point, like that didn't exist. And whether sometimes, things are accidents that happen, but on the other hand, it's like, yeah, I mean, you said Harvard.
Yes.
I would expect a brilliant mind. And hey, if Harvard ain't paying,
The European drug market is.
yeah, because he made it. How long did he survive before being found?
Let me add a couple things on there. So the Federal Informant is one of their boys. I think it was one of their truck drivers, but yeah, one of their boys ended up snitching on him. And then when I was telling you that Pickard briefly fled before captured, so they got pulled over on the road, and dude took off running. He's a marathoner.
Oh,
even though he wasn't in his gear, he gone.
Yeah,
and they were not catching him. So it took a while. They had to get resources to go find that fool.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a runner. He's a track star. And he was running and he made it far.
I'm surprised more cops aren't, distance runners, because we see all those cop chases and we're like, you do not have the body to keep a criminal who's clearly outpacing, and you somehow get him. Like, oh, and you're running in non-running shoes, but I digress.
Do you know who Zazie Beetz is?
His name's familiar.
Zazie Beetz sparked debate after saying she prefers a quick cat wash over full showers or baths, arguing Americans may bathe too often. Known for sharing candid opinions, her offbeat take has fueled laughs, criticism, and plenty of online discussion. And here we are. What does this say about personal hygiene norms and cultural expectations? Are Americans overdoing it, or is daily bathing non-negotiable?
Yeah, I was going to say, what culture is she tied to? You know what I mean?
I don't want to be wrong. I want to say let's say she's Australian.
Because there are certain cultures where like water scarcity is a generational thing. So because some cultures like, okay, well, either hot water is non-existent or lasts a very short time and you have like 10 people who need to hop in, or if you have to go actually fetch the water and ration it off, you also have that. But also I think it really depends. Like if you are someone who's active every day and you're in a job that's like waste management, construction, like something where you're consistently dirty, then I think bathing every day should be the norm. But if you think about, okay, if you're working an office setting, like, yes, you hope your coworker is clean, but if it's well AC'd, if their car is AC'd, if there's no chance of them sweating, then if they don't bathe every day, how do you tell? How do you know?
I feel when I started this, I didn't know we were going to take her side, but I feel like we are going to be taking her side.
Well, also I think if you look now, people use a lot of products on like all over their body, right? How many people grew up and like, I didn't lotion anything. I just bathed and went on with my life. But now people are like, okay, well, I have to, like, even like females, right? Like I have to wash my face with 3 different things. And then I have to apply like 6 things and then a moisturizer. And then I put on makeup.
My wife does that.
And so see, there you go. And so it also like same thing. It's just, I think it's also like that formulation of everything we're using, environment, but also really it goes back to like, how did you grow up? Now, some people grew up not bathing a lot who need to bathe a lot. Okay. You get some people who don't know the body BO, and I don't know if they're even using deodorant, but I do understand the whole culturally different. And that's why when you travel other places, you also have to understand like what is their relationship with water and what is their expectation.
So she said Americans. Let me explain something to you. We just celebrated 250 years. You know what that is? a young country,
Yeah, not a lot.
young habits, young norms. And so all these other countries, you know, we make fun of the British and their teeth, but it's almost to the same thing about BO from if a person or people or cultures don't shower as much as us and they carry a little bit of body odor, maybe they know what they're doing with their resources because it came from, like you said, years of water scarcity and that's not changing for them. So then when you come to America and maybe someone did step to you and was like, yo, Zazie, you got to do something, girl. I showered 2 days ago. I'm good. I'm going to do one Friday. We all right.
Mhm.
I'm not going home and taking a shower tonight. And that's where I'm from. That's how we get down. You ain't got to sit near me and stand around me or open a window. So,
and there's also people who really struggle on like a mental health level with self-care and bathing.
oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
like if they have some form of anxiety or depression, or like some tasks can be daunting. So there's also that aspect. Like, okay, maybe it is cultural, but maybe it is like also like if you're grieving, if you're going through a period of grief, and who's to tell you how long your period is, but if you lost a spouse and you're just like, I just can't function, showering may be one of the things that goes as well. That may take you a while to find your new norm.
Dang, I did not know I was going to go down this path, but we're only 250 years old. We don't know when we're going to run out of water. I can tell you we already are.
Yeah.
Arizona, there ain't
Texas.
enough water down there in Arizona coming from up north. Las Vegas, they ain't got enough water. We blow through water here in America. So we about to find out.
Well, also, like how many, depending where you are in the U.S., like not every city has a water tower that's visible for miles and miles away, right? Like, so there is like water stored somewhere, but in certain states, it's like, oh, there's their water supply. There's their water supply. Like you can see it, and the cities aren't doing that. They don't have the space for that. So, and then how close they are to water sources to begin with.
Yeah, we better spend this money on water infrastructure. If Michigan is flooding because they are getting too much rain,
yeah,
we can't do nothing about that. We can't put a silo up and a whole bunch of pipes to run from Michigan down to Las Vegas. Come on, man. We got to do something.
Yeah.
Places are literally flooding and other parts of the country are not. But this administration ain't gonna hire me, so I guess I gotta keep that to myself till the next administration come in, if we ever get another one. No kings. Jericho High School made headlines after naming 21 valedictorians in 2026, breaking its own record because any student earning straight A pluses for their grades qualifies under the school's unweighted grading system. Many of the students balance demanding AP classes, athletics, music, community service, and leadership while excelling academically. Does having 21 valedictorians celebrate academic excellence fairly, or does it take away from what the title traditionally means?
Definitely takes away from the title. And are we talking about Jericho from Wednesday?
Yeah. I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, it's the name is like highest GPA, right? Like top student, and like 21 top students. Well, that's like saying like I'm in the top 1%, and if there's 21 people in the top 1%, that's not the valedictorian. And I think schools get just way too crazy with I have a 5.5 GPA on a 4.0 scale. Like you're just making stuff up now. You're just like, I scored 125% on my quiz. Like just stop. You got an A and keep it moving. But yeah, I think because then do you get 21 valedictorian speeches? So if two people go to the same college and they're like, I was valedictorian, someone's like, I was valedictorian, and then they're like, you can't both be valedictorians. That's not how it
Back
works.
in Jericho could. Where I'm from, we could.
They could do a separate award, and you know,
Yeah. The MSC Napoli was deliberately beached off of Branscombe in 2007 after a violent storm tore open its hull, spilling containers that sent crowds rushing to the shore to scavenge everything from shampoo to brand new BMW motorcycles. What followed was a 924-day, 120 million pound cleanup. You know, they use pounds, not dollars. That became part environmental emergency and part modern day treasure hunt on the English coast.
Jeez.
What does the frenzy around the MSC Napoli say about how people behave when disaster, opportunity, and chaos collide in the same moment?
Well, I think people are always going to they're going to be opportunistic, right? I mean, you might not need 5 million shampoos, but if you can get a whole box of shampoos, especially like the fancy kind, and then sell it off to your friends for cheap and make a profit. I think we always seek, maybe not seek, but we stand to profit from people's misfortunes, if that makes sense, right? Like,
it does.
It's not, maybe it is part of human nature. I can't say it's intentional for every person, but that's why the moment natural disaster strikes, what's the number one concern, right? People are going to go loot. It's not going to be, oh, there's going to be a lot of people offering their help or donating blood. It's like, oh, they're going to go steal all the TVs because they think they can get away with carrying a large TV and not break it along the way. So we're just opportunistic. How can we get something out of it?
See, in a moment of crisis, you got me thinking there. How many people still got leftover toilet tissue from the COVID scare? Do you remember you seen it on TV? All these people buying cartloads and making multiple trips to go get all that toilet tissue. Have they used it all at this point? Who got something left?
Well, and how does toilet tissue correlate to anything else that was going on to that time? Like
they must have known something we didn't know, that COVID gave you the runs.
I mean, because worst case scenario, unless there was going to be a water shortage. I was going to say you could use water, but
yeah,
I probably thought there was going to be a water shortage too.
DJ Academics choosing Drake over a literal $1 million became a meme because it perfectly captures how he values status and proximity to the culture more than actual cash. For most people, the math is simple. But for Ack, the Drake cosign is the real currency. What does this moment say about how much clout is worth in today's hip hop ecosystem?
Not even today's. I think it's always, hey, who do you know who cannot? Because, right, like if you get to be featured with Drake, we may not remember who you are, but you are with Drake. And so you get those royalties, you get that music video, whatever you can get. And so, because we're always hoping it's like that hunting that 5 minutes of fame and then hoping it gets into something more, because you can get 1 million and that's still great. Or you could be with Drake and get 1.5 million over time.
I like that. Is there anybody that you would turn down $1 million so you could have a sit down dinner with them?
No, I'd go to get the $1 million. I will take that $1 million and I will be better off with it and make some more smart decisions than sitting down with someone who I know. But maybe that says something about me. Like, I'm not very confident I get something out of it, but I'm also not I'm not DJ Academics, and I'm just Polly Pockets.
And you putting $1 million in your pockets.
Exactly. More.
Scary Movie 6 is already signaling pure chaos, and the bong-shaped popcorn bucket proves they're not holding anything back. If this is the energy before release, the movie itself is likely to push every boundary and go completely off the rails. How far is too far for a comedy franchise that built its identity on crossing the line.
I don't think there's a way. Plus, you got to keep the people that you had throughout the years, because we're going on decades now. You got to still be able to reel them in, and you're not going for the PG-13 folks and the people who don't get the long-standing type of humor and comedy that goes along with it. They also have nothing to lose. They really don't, right? It could be a flop.
Yeah.
They still made it to 6.
You ever been to a track meet?
Yes.
Oh. A controversial disqualification at the NCHSAA 8A track finals cost Mallard Creek a state title after officials ruled that the anchor runner, the last person, Nyan Brown's finish line gesture was taunting. The incident has sparked debate over whether strict rule enforcement builds accountability or exposes inconsistent officiating in high school sports. Do rules need to be enforced exactly as written, no matter the situation, or should officials use more discretion when a championship is on the line? And he just came through. He came through the line, and he was just like that. Well, it's nothing.
Was taunting clearly defined? So, how did you define taunting? Because is that smiling, posing for the camera? What is taunting? Did he say something to someone? Do people even know what taunting is? Was he performative? And so at that point, it's like, enforce the rules, but you have to make sure the rules are clear enough to be enforced to begin with. And it sounds like we don't have that. I mean, like with the World Cup, I'm going to add 6 minutes, but I won't stop until 8 minutes after because I'm the ref. And, oh, wait, the ball went out. So technically it's past 6 minutes. And some have been strict, like, 95-56, and we'll let you throw it in because the ball went out. But then the moment you throw it in and the play is dead, blow the whistle, where someone's like, oh, you fell. Here's a yellow card. Here's that. And so it's like, what is the true definition of, because in basketball, we got to rewind and make sure leave 0.01 seconds, or is it 0.00? And we waste so much time making sure it left the hand at the right moment. Whereas the same thing with like football. Is it a 4th and inches? Okay. Inches. Got it. It's not first down yet.
Yo, Polly, let's rewind this and look at the things that happened. So he won by a landslide.
Who's he?
And then as soon as he gets through the finish line, they say disqualified. People that came in second, y'all are the winners. Then this goes viral, and a little follow-up. They ended up saying, okay, Mallard Creek, you guys did win also. So they made them co-champions. All them kids were crying that day of the track meet and went through all of that. Somebody could have went and killed themselves. And then you go later and overturn and say, okay, instead of y'all being disqualified, we'll make you a co-champion, even though y'all beat them boys by like 5 seconds.
No, I think that was a bad call. And
do you want to be a co-champion when you got beat by 5 seconds?
If you won, and then you could have a separate penalty for taunting. Like, I don't know, maybe like that's a different conversation.
No, I agree. Maybe next year you guys have to miss the first 2 track meets of the season, your 4x1 team.
Yeah, or
so that delays their experience. It delays their preparation as the season progresses is where I was going. But yo, Polly, that's ugly. That's an ugly situation.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
What you know about World War II?
It's a precursor to World War III.
During World War II, Britain secretly moved billions in gold, securities, and financial records to Montreal in Operation Fish, hiding them beneath the Sun Life building in one of history's most secure covert vaults. The operation stayed completely secret throughout the war, protecting the financial backbone of the Allied effort from Nazi discovery. What does Operation Fish reveal about the hidden role money and economic security play in winning wars compared to military power alone?
I don't think there's anything hidden. I think it's always an economic gain.
Polly,
yeah.
They were a kingdom. They make the original colonizers of Portugal and Spain look like they know what the hell they was doing. So they know that when you're about to get overrun, your riches better vanish.
Well, that's what I mean.
They knew to get it going to a whole nother continent. Marcus Hill was fired after allegedly spending 3 months redesigning his own work schedule around vibrational alignment, only showing up during what he called high frequency productivity windows. After rejecting performance reviews and labeling meetings as spiritually optional, he's now charging $175 an hour for corporate energy consulting. I need to have that dude on the pod. Where's the line between workplace flexibility and personal accountability? And are unconventional work styles becoming more accepted or just harder to manage?
I think unconventional work styles is what I would love to have.
Yo, could you imagine him? He at work and he's like, nah, I ain't coming in. I'm not feeling the vibrations today.
But did he get his stuff done? Besides him not being present, did he do everything?
Yes, he did. Right? When he was there.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, because if like, you know, when people are like, oh, you have to come into the office. Why? So like 6 people could talk about me or to me about conversations that I don't really care about, type of thing. Yeah. And so, but whereas if I'm at home and I can focus and like, okay, now I can get through my annual training, I can answer these 10 emails and I can be more productive. Why do I have to be somewhere? Because I'm wasting so much time and energy. So by the time I get to work, I'm like, I have to wake up early and I want more coffee, but now I can't walk and leave. I have to walk and leave my office to get coffee, but I want to pay that money, or I don't have a machine at home. So I need some good vibrations and high frequency to let me skip out on work. Absolutely.
Okay. If I get Marcus on the pod, we're gonna get you back on, because it sounds like y'all need to talk. But he charged $175 an hour to show you how to sham the way he shams. And
I will charge $150 to sham the way that he shams.
Oh, okay. You undercut the bruh. You undercut him. Yo, y'all ever seen the movie The Last Dragon?
Yeah.
Well, Julius Carry had never thrown a real punch before becoming Sho'nuff in The Last Dragon. Yet his sheer acting skill turned him into one of cult cinema's most unforgettable villains. How does an actor's ability to fully embody a role sometimes matter more than having the real life skills of the character they play? Because y'all remember him, Sho'nuff.
That's why it's called acting. If you're good at it, you can get the jobs, right? Like, why is The Rock the vision we have of "you're welcome"? Like, why is he, when you say "you're welcome," like we envision him? Like, what gives him the authority with his bald head? Although actually he magically grew some hair, right? But oh, that is the meaning of "you're welcome." That is the clip we go to.
It is.
No, you're not a singer. We don't know you as a singer and like superhero of Tafiki or whatever.
Somebody got kids. You got all these details.
I might just be really into Disney. Okay, let it go.
I know plenty. I'm gonna change that subject though.
That's a different topic. Yeah, the whole pod.
He did a good job. Yeah, he's a classically trained actor. He was just waiting for his break. Those were the 70s and the 80s when he was coming up. It was a different time. And so black actors were really struggling, even though they had the skill set. Now, he did go, as you know, he went on to have a great career. He died prematurely. Rest in power, King. But he had a wide variety of acting opportunities afterwards and crushed. He had a great career after. He was the most successful from that show. Okay, maybe William H. Macy went on to higher heights, but because he had more time to build his resume. But that brother was good. That boy good. Kiss my Converse. Man, that was formidable for me. Man, those are my formative years. I loved it. Let me back up, ladies. Who is the worst villain of all time for you in any movie or TV series, now that I think about it?
The worst villain?
Yes.
Does it have to be TV show, movie?
It could be any.
Okay. I'm going to say my ex-husband.
Ain't nobody make no movie about you yet, DL.
You said anything.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna watch it. I hope your ex-husband and his show end up on Tubi.
Bro.
Because I got some streaming apps, but I ain't got no Tubi account.
Hey, we are in the consultation talks now. We have contacted a few of the Tubi actors and like, look at here, I got a drama for you. So yeah.
For me,
It's a hard one.
I think it's got to be Show Enough for me because that movie meant so much to me. That brother, man.
No, you have to pick a different. You can't.
He took a little kid.
No, you have to.
And jacked up the kid like this and said, "Who is Bruce Leroy?"
No, you have to pick
No.
a different one. You can't use the
And
same.
threw the kid down.
Gotta get a new one. Sorry.
You can't. Mm-mm. Exactly.
Okay. Joe Jackson. I just went and saw Michael. Yo, Joe,
Yeah.
I'm coming for
Yeah.
you.
He's up there.
Yeah, I'm over here thinking I don't know enough superhero shows to pick a villain.
No, we said movie or TV series. Hey, Ike Turner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got another one for you. Since y'all told me I had to go get another one.
Oh, go.
What was Mr. from The Color Purple? Boy, man, if Mr. walked up he can't go to the club. Danny Glover had to go to Lethal Weapon after that and make us laugh because brother would have got jumped back in Chicago, Brooklyn,
Okay.
Watts, South Central. We all wanted a piece of Mr. I don't care where you from. If you was black and you saw The Color Purple, you calling all your cousins to jump Mr.
Okay. Well,
It ain't so.
I'm a lighten up on the villains. Just one person.
Okay.
Well, maybe two. Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay. I know that one.
Yes. So you know what I've been watching this weekend. And another good cartoon villain, Gargamel. From the
Oh,
Smurfs.
Polly, don't sign off on that. Don't co-sign. Don't co-sign. Polly,
he keeps failing.
she went to 2 cartoons.
He didn't say it had to be successful villain. He just said a
You
villain.
ain't say Megatron.
All right, that's what I'm saying. If you want,
I mean, look what a brother working with. I got the Transformers. I got that Transformer right there. I mean, I could go deep. I can go deep. How about the U.S. government? Look up there because they sent Muhammad Ali to jail because he said the Viet Cong ain't never called me the N-word. What are we doing? What y'all doing? I'll change the subject.
I got a villain.
I'm gonna get militant out this
I got a
joint.
villain.
who you got, Polly?
Car repair people.
Yo, Polly, y'all off the rails, man. Y'all
Why you
off
charging
the
me? Why you
rails.
charging me a $259 diagnostic fee? Look at a code that you can tell me, and then to fix it, you're not even gonna take that off, and then your labor is for hours $300. Like you're not paying that person $300. Your overhead isn't $300. So get an oil change, drop $1,000 just for an oil change. At this rate, I don't want a car.
Now, see, Polly, you done took it to a level. It brought me a flashback.
Yeah.
The lunch lady. All lunch ladies were not nice, especially on the good food days, and they give you that little bit of helping.
Stop, DL. You mad because you could only get one sloppy Joe and a chocolate milk?
Yes.
Or
Girl,
it's like everybody
there's other people in line.
Everybody knows like the mac and cheese is what you need, not the vegetables.
Right.
Man,
We didn't
y'all-
ask for that.
Why
We
you
didn't
me
ask
like
for the
all these
asparagus.
greens? What am I gonna do with them? I need the mac and cheese. Like, oh, and you want some bread? Yeah, it's the smallest bread they offer.
See?
Yo, I'm gonna break the third wall here, the fourth wall, and I'm gonna ask all y'all, get in the comments. I need 2 new co-hosts because I can't do it with these 2. y'all, the lunch lady, leave Gertrude alone with the hair. She gotta wear the hairnet
The hairnet.
24/7.
Yeah.
She gotta walk around in them shoes, the non-slips.
And then white socks.
She got to come to work every day and wonder how come the janitor with all the keys, the custodian, how come he ain't holler yet? He knows she looking good in them white pantyhose.
She didn't give him the right amount of mac and cheese.
Right.
Gertrude, white pantyhose.
No,
See
no.
them non-slip shoes. That's what it is.
Host.
Right.
Probably get it. All right, let's take it back to some Olympics. Y'all want to talk about the Olympics?
Let's work on it.
Depending on where you're from, you don't say Olympics, right? It's you want to talk about the Olympics?
The Olympics. Mm-hmm.
Talk about the Olympics. Jesse Owens, we lost Polly right there. She said, we don't talk like that in San Diego. Jesse Owens' journey to Olympic greatness began long before Berlin, Deutschland.
Uh-huh.
At age 5, his mother saved his life by removing a tumor with a kitchen knife when no doctor would help their black family in 1918 Alabama. Her courage shaped the resilience that carried Owens from a sharecropper's cabin to 4 gold medals on the world stage. How much of Jesse Owens' legacy is really a story about his athletic greatness, and how much is a testament to the sacrifices and resilience of the family behind him?
Isn't that for every Olympian though who started
Not the rich ones. Hey, ain't nobody who ride horses talking about how they had to make a syrup sandwich.
But wait, but
Mhm.
if you go back and just sacrifice, right? Their parents could have spent that money on something else. Not on equestrian.
Whoa, so their mom was always late to pick them up from horseback riding lessons? I ain't here for that, Polly. You probably took horseback riding lessons. Look at that house. We do this every episode. Look at her house, people. She probably got a Steinway in the other room. She don't understand the struggle.
Who you asked?
Right.
I did. I did.
All right.
Hey, I'm breaking the fourth wall again. If there's somebody out there that's get at me in the comments so I can get you on the podcast. We're going to make it the podcast. The pod, the P-O. Okay, DL got that.
No, we're not doing that.
I resign.
Get me some people for the podcast.
Well,
I got a question.
DL didn't answer.
I didn't answer.
I'm sorry. DL. Let me get through that.
Right.
I slow myself down.
So
out here.
Right. So speaking for every Black mother out there, when our child is sick, we're pulling out the ginger ale, we pulling out the crackers, we pulling out everything else before we take that child to that emergency room.
She pulled out a tumor.
Hey, that fever hot, we pulling out the alcohol, the witch hazel, we putting them in the tub. Hey, we got to do what we got to do because aspirin is what, $80-some a pop. Once you get to the emergency room.
Yes.
No.
If DL come to visit and she get a temperature like that and she got to go in the tub, Which tub you putting her in your mansion?
I don't
The
have
one with the bubble jets?
I don't have a tub. I have walk-in showers.
Golly, girl, why you
Ooh.
flexing on us like that? Why you flexing on us, Polly? Girl,
What?
you richity rich.
Hey, well, Polly, do you have onions so I can put them in the socks to break the fever too? I might. Hey,
I'll make sure it's on our grocery delivery list.
thank you very much. That's all I'm asking.
It's the cart. Okay.
No, I got a person for that.
Now can I ask my question? I got a question.
All right, we'll allow it.
If you over the girl's house and you're watching her Netflix or one of her apps and a commercial comes on for bipolar medicine, do you bring that up? Because that's her algorithm. Do you keep it to yourself? Because her algorithm be algorithming. What do?
Sometimes I get targeted ads that I don't know who they're targeting.
Polly, what's going on with you? What conditions do you have? Let us know. HIPAA violate.
They tell me if I'm over the age of 55, which I'm well under the age of 55.
Oh, you definitely under that.
So
You didn't even know what a Rolodex was. She didn't even
Right.
know what a Rolodex was, DL.
So,
Oh no.
so I'm like, this doesn't apply to me. Yet somehow you think by me, probably because I like, documentaries and docuseries and things about that. I guess people over 55 like my algorithm's it for me.
Polly with her old ass.
Yeah, or they're like, you need Sky Rizzy or whatever other like jingles. I'm like, I don't even know what
Chimfaya.
that is.
Yeah.
See, you'd be getting them too.
Yeah. Because the girl's house I was over with, she had that stuff, Polly. That's why I'm asking you the question. What do I do next time? Do I bring it up and be like, yo, girl, why you getting this bipolar stuff? Something you gotta tell me?
Well, all I know is that there's some commercials that they don't even tell you what it's for, but they tell you like side effects it can cause. And you're like, so I can have blood clots and cancer and diabetes and I can lose an appendage. But what does it treat?
Yo, Polly, but when that stuff come on, can I get that condition? Because they be like, if you got that condition, you be having some fun. They be out there parasailing,
Climbing mountains and
trips to the moon, and I'm normal. I ain't got no issues. I ain't seen the doctor in like 8 months.
Okay.
And I ain't having that kind of fun. So give me I have what they're having.
They probably saw their life flash before their eyes, and so now they go parasailing.
Shoot. I want to know what I got to do because clearly I ain't living it. If
Well,
you got what they got, you got to get to your bucket list.
But they also have insurance where they can afford that medication. So
Oh, see why you do that, Polly? Because I ain't got no insurance.
Because they don't talk about co-pays,
none of that.
Medicare, Medicaid, right? They're just like, because all those people always like they don't look malnourished. They don't look like they have homes. They live by the beach. They have a good quality of life. Like, they're not the average like person who can't afford health insurance. So
No, those are facts. Polly, you be staring at them.
It tells about the girls that she can afford health insurance if they're targeting her.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I'm gonna stay with the bipolar girl then. You just talked me into it because then I can get me some medical. I can get some medical from that because she could afford it. I appreciate you, Polly. I appreciate you. I'm gonna deal with her. I'm gonna deal with her now. I was gonna bounce, but now I'm gonna deal with her. She got a lot of kids too. But anyway,
you gotta ask questions before you deal with her.
She got 3 kids and she got bipolar commercials.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You got to keep that one because one, if she's bipolar, she's getting a check each month. 3 kids. There's an EBT, some SNAP, whatever state you're in. So there's
them kids don't look hungry.
Food.
No, they don't look hungry. See, I appreciate y'all, man. I get to work my own shit out right here.
She can get some more money for you. She might not give it to you, but you can.
She can get more money. She can get a bigger house. That rent is fixed.
Okay, you know what? I would like to take this moment to apologize for my comments earlier about needing new podcast co-hosts because I see y'all are here for me. Y'all see me. Y'all trying to help me out. And me and Bipo, I don't know what I'm gonna call her, but me and Bipo, we gonna go out some more. I'm back over there watching some Netflix with her. And when the joint come on, I'm gonna keep a straight face and be like,
Don't. Hey,
Hey,
she got the best
everybody got what
medicine
they
in the
got.
cabinet. There's whatever you need is in that cabinet. Mm-hmm.
Hey, but when she lose it in one of her episodes, though, because you know what's gonna happen. Which one of y'all can I call?
Not me.
Call me. No, call me because I'm gonna film it to help her with the documentation to increase her
No,
check
no,
each month.
no. See, neither one of y'all are here for me. Okay, you know what? I rescind
New co-host.
my my apology.
She's
And
gonna need.
y'all get back in the comments because now I'm ready for a new co-host. Y'all get back in the
Ah,
comments. My bad. Y'all deleted your comments. Put them back in.
yeah.
All right. Daniel Inouye went from being labeled an enemy alien after Pearl Harbor to becoming one of the most decorated soldiers in U.S. Army history, sacrificing his right arm while leading the legendary 442nd Regimental Combat Team in World War II. He later became Hawaii's first congressman and one of America's longest serving senators, turning personal sacrifice into a lifetime of public service. So, what does Daniel Inouye's story teach us about patriotism, identity, and proving your place in a country that once doubted you? Because remember, we put Japanese in internment camps, but yet this brother out here
No,
giving an arm, he gave his all.
no, he didn't give his all.
Yo, come on, DL. He down to the nub. Probably that's all.
He gave a
Ain't
right
nothing
arm.
left. Huh?
He gave a right. You said his right arm.
He did. Yep, he lost his right arm.
No. Because
Okay.
I've seen the ones that have lost both arms, both legs.
Now he ain't disabled enough for you, DL.
Their
There's
vision.
levels to this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God.
They're,
DL, let me
hey.
go before you get
Mm-mm.
the handicap in the comments, so they can scoot up to you. Hey, girl, we heard about you. Hey, y'all, she over here.
And I'm gonna be like, talk to me on the hill. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was about to say, you better go into stores that don't have ramps.
Yeah.
That way you'll have a fighting chance.
Mm-hmm. I live on a hill for a reason. Play with me.
The house on the hill with DL. Yo, what y'all know about Prince George's County? Y'all ever heard of that?
Which
There's a
one?
few places that have it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Prince George's County Police charged 68-year-old Larry James Simpson with 66 offenses after a violent crime spree involving multiple shootings, carjackings, and attempted murders across several locations. His arrest came after an off-duty officer tracked him in real time, helping law enforcement in the rampage and recover an AR-15 style rifle. What does this case reveal about public safety, gun violence, and the role of law enforcement in responding to fast-moving violent crime?
They're doing their job.
Yeah.
I mean, are you trying to get us on sympathy for his age?
A little.
You know, but he did it like sometimes when a 16-year-old does it, we're like, oh, he's an adult. What are we trying to say? Oh, he's 68, he's too old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because he had a plan. He had some type of motive. He was able to go out there and buy it. He hit the
A
good.
bunch of enablers. That's what y'all are. You telling me to date Bipo? You letting Mr. Simpson get off? He ain't Homer.
No, we're not letting him get off. We're saying that law enforcement did their job, right?
Yeah.
He's not
I ain't
getting
hear y'all saying nothing about throw the book at him or don't let him out.
Yeah,
not-
We'll
because
take it easy on him because of his age.
well, first thing they're gonna do is do a psych evaluation on him anyway. So, and then with the last name Simpson, he's probably tired of the jokes and everything else. People been asking him, "How's your brother Homer? How's Marge? How's Bart?" So that might send you off, to a point that you just want to get everybody that's made fun of you.
Yeah.
well, unless I think OJ's a relative.
That too.
So could backfire. But that's good luck.
Okay, better yet, see, but Polly brought up a good question. What type of vehicle was he in?
Was he in a vehicle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Let me see. This was up in Maryland. It was that Prince George's.
Yeah,
Let me see.
Now, was he
He
in
had.
Upper Maryland heading lower towards DC type?
Yeah.
You know,
He started in College Park at 2:30 p.m. That's when the officers were called for a man pointing a long gun out of his car window. He fired several shots. No one was injured. Short time later, he shot out of the car with a 64-year-old man on the inside on the Parkway in Riverdale. A round struck the car's window, causing the victim to suffer lacerations to his head. He was not struck by the gunfire. He went to the hospital. Injuries not considered life-threatening. Minutes later, Simpson's car struck another vehicle, 67th Avenue at Patterson Street in Riverdale, causing the suspect's car to overturn. Still don't know what kind of car it was, but he exited his car and carjacked a Nissan at that location. During the carjacking, Simpson shot at least 4 victims while he was carjacking. Maybe they came over to help.
I think the man was hungry and just wanted a place to stay and some food at this point. There's no rhyme or reason to him.
and then I'm thinking he gonna carjack somebody driving a Nissan. Everybody I know that drive a Nissan ain't giving their Nissan up easily.
It's the only thing they can afford.
Right.
You got to keep the NISS, boy. You ain't
Because-
messing with me.
The only thing, because they can't pay that $250 diagnostic fee.
Right. See, that's
I
what
like
I'm saying.
what you did.
They're not giving it
Good
up.
call back.
So
Ladies, I appreciate you guys coming on. This was a lot of fun. As always, thank you for talking with Donato.
until next time.
We'll be ready.